Formula One has always been more than just cars and speed. It is also a sport defined by human rivalries, moments when two drivers pushed each other to the very limit, sometimes with respect, other times with controversy. Among the many stories in F1 history, some rivalries stand out as truly unforgettable, shaping the destiny of championships and the legacy of the sport. The first great rivalry that captured the world's attention came in 1976 between Niki Lauda and James Hunt, two men who could not have been more different. Lauda was disciplined, methodical, and relentless in preparation, while Hunt was charismatic, wild, and unpredictable. Their championship fight became legendary after Lauda's terrible crash at the Nürburgring, which nearly cost him his life. Against all odds, he returned just weeks later to continue the fight, but the final race in Japan was held in heavy rain. Lauda chose safety and withdrew, while Hunt scored just enough points to win the championship by a single point. It was a rivalry defined by courage, respect, and an extraordinary will to compete. Then came the 1980s and 1990s, when Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost took rivalry to another level. Prost was the professor, precise and calculating, while Senna was aggressive, instinctive, and unafraid to take risks. Their clashes reached the peak at Suzuka in 1989, when a collision between them gave Prost the title. 1 year later, in the very same place, Senna returned the favor, crashing into Prost to secure the championship for himself. It was not just about winning, it was about proving who was the greatest. Their rivalry remains one of the most intense in the history of sports, not only Formula One. The 1990s also saw Michael Schumacher becoming the central figure of controversy. His rivalry with Damon Hill reached its breaking point in Adelaide 1994, when a collision decided the championship in Schumacher's favor. Just a few years later, in 1997 at Jerez, Schumacher collided with Jacques Villeneuve in another desperate attempt to secure the title. This time, however, it failed, and Villeneuve took the championship while Schumacher was disqualified from the entire season. These rivalries showed both the brilliance and the ruthlessness of Schumacher, cementing his status as one of the most polarizing figures in Formula One. In the modern era, one of the most unforgettable battles came within the same team: Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg at Mercedes. Childhood friends who grew up racing together, they turned into bitter enemies when competing for world championships. Their on-track fights included collisions, aggressive defending, and psychological warfare inside the garage. The tension exploded in 2016 when Rosberg finally beat Hamilton to the title, only to retire from Formula One immediately afterwards, leaving behind one of the most dramatic rivalries in modern racing. And finally, we reach one of the most recent and intense rivalries: Max Verstappen against Lewis Hamilton in 2021. That season had everything: wheel-to-wheel battles, crashes at Silverstone and Monza, and the dramatic and controversial final race in Abu Dhabi, where Verstappen clinched his first world championship. This rivalry was unpredictable, fierce, and reminded everyone why Formula One is such a unique and emotional sport. Rivalries are the heartbeat of Formula One. They create tension, drama, and unforgettable stories that live on far beyond the races themselves. From Lauda and Hunt, to Senna and Prost, to Hamilton and Verstappen, these rivalries define eras, inspire fans, and remind us that Formula One is not just about machines, but about the people who drive them.